All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, codename Agent Danger. And check it out, man. For this one, I wanted to give you guys another look at Negasonic Teenage Warhead. You dig? Now, I know I just hit y'all up with a Negasonic video, but this time we're going to be looking at her a little bit differently because part of Negasonic's value comes from more than just the fact that she's an amazing standalone character when it comes to clearing content. She's absolutely fantastic for War Boss Ultimate Shadowland, and we are going to test her out in some PvP action, so stay tuned for that. All right, however, for today's video, we're going to be looking at Negasonic's value as a striker because, in case you didn't know, she is one of the best offensive strikers in the game, simply because of the fact that whenever she pops in World Boss Ultimate, she actually performs her 5th skill, Warhead Charge, and this thing, as you can see, applies up to 60% defense down for 10 seconds. And the thing is, as a striker, there's only a 3 to 4 second cooldown window when the strikers are not popping in. So basically, with Negasonic as a striker, you can keep this thing up all the time. So characters that have low DPS, she can even make them look godly, right? So because of that, we have to do a comparison between her value as a striker and Rachel's value as a striker because of the fact that she's also a fantastic striker, right? That you can pick up by the exact same means, 4,500 crystals up front in the danger room, right? Her package has passed, but come on, you guys know her package is going to come back at some point in the future because that's another opportunity for the Marvel Future Fight team to make some money. That's why they made her so difficult to attain, right? So just keep that in mind. The package isn't here anymore, but it will come back at some point in time. I don't see it being a one and done thing. It would be pretty ridiculous for them to do that. However, on to Rachel. Rachel is an amazing standalone character. However, with Negasonic now in the game, we have to compare their values as strikers. We will do a comparison between their damage and overall value as individual characters in another video, but for today we're going to see just who offers more as a striker, because for Rachel, whenever she pops in, she actually offers mind control, 5 seconds of mind control. And keep in mind that in War Boss Ultimate, like I said, right now there's only a 3 to 4 second window when the strikers are not popping in, and since she pops in every 4 seconds, this is 5 seconds of mind control. You can basically keep enemies mind control from start to finish, right, with this girl as a striker. However, she's in a very unique situation because she's a character that costs crystals, and Scarlet Witch does exactly what she does, but does it better, right? Scarlet Witch offers 10 seconds of mind control, and she's popping in the same amount of times as Rachel Summers. So yeah, right away Rachel is taking a hit there. Now Rachel does offer, right, an increase to your damage to the boss. You can see damage received increased by 10% for 5 seconds. That means when the bosses are mind controlled by Rachel, right, they will take 10% more damage. So this is crowd control plus extra damage to the boss, same as Scarlet Witch. However, we're gonna take Rachel today and put her against Negasonic and see who offers more. Now, in my opinion, if you have characters that have amazing survivability and you just want to get more damage out of them, Negasonic is the better of the two. However, if you have characters that have bad survivability and they need a damage bump plus the survivability, Rachel may be better for you. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're using a character that is very, very powerful offensively, you might be better off going with somebody like Rachel to give you some extra survivability if you find that your character cannot stay alive. But then again, you have Scarlet Witch who can do the same thing. right? So you probably would be better off doubling down with Scarlet Witch and Negasonic if you don't have Rachel in your set. Nonetheless, boys, that being said, we're going to take them into some content. I have them built pretty similarly. You can see for yourself. And we will do a side-by-side DPS comparison in terms of clearing content with the two, probably in the next day or so. So if you actually want to see that, hit me in the comments and we can definitely do that. But for today, we are actually going to be putting them to the test as strikers and see who offers more value in terms of damage, because that's what really matters. Survivability is important, right? Because if you die before you're able to clear a content, then it doesn't matter, right? But damage is what is king in Marvel Future Fight. Now, the character we're going to use today is actually going to be Jean Grey. And the reason why we're doing this is because my Jean Grey currently does not have an obelisk. I've been throwing around the rage that was on her to a few different characters to see how they perform with it. So because of that, I figured she's empty. Why not use her? Because now we don't have to worry about landing a damage prop perfectly for all the runs that we're going to do for Rachel and Negasonic in the striker role. We're just basically going to need to cycle through Jean's skills and see who comes out on top. We're going to do a couple boss fights here, and I'll let you guys decide which one you think is better. Like I said, I think Negasonic is definitely superior when it comes to clearing content faster. However, if you want a safe option, Rachel is also really useful. So we're going to start off with Rachel, you know, mommy, daughter, that kind of deal. And basically all we're going to do here is just give Jean Grey like a minute and 30 seconds to do as much damage as possible to Collapsidian using Rachel as a striker, right? So let's actually cycle through the skills, and we're gonna just use the team up because why not? The reason we're using Jean Grey's leadership here is because we don't want to get sneered or time frozen or any of that stuff. I'm just gonna pop the tier 3. Nice, nice, nice. Good bit of damage there. And we'll let that play out. Use the 1 real quick. 4, 1, 5. And let's use the tier 3 again. Didn't get as much damage as last time. And the reason why we're using them against Collapsidian is because I want to show you guys like two different situations. One, a situation where, hold up, the boss is constantly removing the mind control and the defense down. And I also want to show you guys another situation where you have complete control over the boss from start to finish. And also in that same situation, the defense down will be applied basically for the entire duration of the fight. So I wanted to show you guys two different examples of these girls going to work. All right, so I'm gonna give her another like 18 seconds here. Nice. Okay, so 10 more seconds for Jean. And we're gonna stop it right here. So just on the tip of 9 bars, I would say 9.5 bars left there. Now what we're gonna do is jump back in, same exact setup. However, this time with Negasonic, and let's see what the difference looks like. All right, so we're gonna do pretty much the exact same thing that we did last time. Just cycle through Jean's skills and see how much damage we can do in a minute and 30 seconds. Okay. Blade twisters in the back there, but it's fine. We don't have to stop because we got Jean's leadership. Bars are definitely moving much faster with Negasonic in here. I'm telling you, boy, she's supersonic. She's supersonic. Jeez. Like having her as having her as a striker is basically like having a leadership. Yo, she's like 48 seconds faster. Having her as a striker is basically like having a 60% attack lead, right? Popping in as a striker. Like, it's crazy because we're gonna go through this whole phase transit. Actually, why am I hiding from those? Anyways, force a habit, right? We could basically kill this guy in the next like 30 seconds. Wow. We're not even gonna like get to a minute 30, right? So it really comes down to what you need for your characters. Like if you have a character that has poor survivability, then Rachel may be better. Like if you don't feel like putting in the effort to play them a little bit more cautiously, but then you have like anti-venom who drops heals. So yeah, like I have to be really careful I don't kill him here. Like we could actually like clear the stage. Like it's actually crazy. Like we could basically do 9 more bars of damage if I was being as aggressive as I could have been, but I didn't want to clear that stage because I wanted to show you guys a run here against Ebony Maw. That was actually pretty nutty, boys. So let's actually go back in, and this time we're gonna do only a minute because yeah, I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I want to show you some testing here between the two. It's quite interesting. I think Negasonic is definitely superior in terms of what she offers, simply because you can get crowd control from Scarlet Witch, who everyone should already have. And if you don't have Scarlet Witch, what is you doing? Get on that immediately. Now, what you will notice here is the boss iframes a whole lot. So that's something you're going to have to deal with when you're, using Negasonic in place of. But most of you guys are not going to go without crowd control, right? But I want to show you guys both situations. One where you have complete control using Rachel, and another where you're just going like full offense, right? And just saying, you know, screw the crowd control. I'm going beast mode, if you will, right? Where is this guy? Hold up, let me get out of this. Let me get out of that. Let me get out of that. So not bad for Negasonic here. Let's see how much more we can do in the next 5 seconds. Okay, so we couldn't really do much, right? So 12 bars left after a minute, right? Let's actually pop in Rachel here and see what the results look like. Now we're gonna have a full control from start to finish, right? Last time we didn't. We had to deal with him constantly iframing. So against a boss like this, the crowd control is definitely much more useful in some instances, but I don't think in place of Negasonic. I think it would be in addition to Negasonic, right? And I'm not saying it absolutely needs to be Rachel. Like I love Rachel Summers as a character, but I'll be the first to tell you, I think they should have definitely did more for her. And with what they did to World Boss Ultimate now, right, they have basically reduced her value further because Scarlet Witch can do anything she can do and do it better and look better doing it. Just saying. Okay, let me not go full on like fanboy, but yeah. Okay. So it looks like it's gonna be quite a big difference here for Rachel once again. We have complete control, which, like I said, this is what she offers. She offers you complete control. So if that's what you need to ensure that you get the win, then yes, go with her. But you can see for yourself, even when you have full control, Negasonic is still superior. Now, keep in mind that with the run that we just did for Negasonic, right, against Ebony Maw, most of my attacks were getting interrupted. He was iframing in, and the majority of my damage was simply being negated. However, as you've seen for yourself, regardless of whether or not I had complete control of the boss, Negasonic still came out on top. So take from it what you will. I think Negasonic is definitely a much more appealing character than Rachel Summers. That's just my take on it. You may feel differently. I still love Rachel as a character, and I still think she has a place in this game. Overall, she is quite solid. So I will do a side-by-side between the two in terms of what they can do in content when you're not just using them as a striker, because that's where we are right now. Her value as a striker has gone down just a little bit, but she's still quite effective. And for people who don't have Scarlet Witch, she's the next best thing. So keep that in mind, boys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything else y'all want to see, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to do it. Check out this rank though, 999. God damn, that's a sexy rank. Probably gonna lose it though, but it is what it is. Stay safe, fam. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.